As the Bitcoin dominance chart seems to have topped out. What does that mean? That means altcoins are about to start rallying. Are we going to see a rally from the legacy coins, Cardano, XRP, Algorand, Hedera, or are we going to see a rally from the new coins, Aptos, Sui, Caspa? We're going to have that discussion. And which ones are we putting our money into? Which bucket? We have Alex O Crypto joining us to break down the crypto charts. So if there's a chart you want to see from Alex, drop it in the comment section. We might pick one to have him do on the show. We're going to take a look at the markets and the ETFs. They're continuing to have big days. BlackRock just made an all-time record for all ETFs across the board, period. Bitcoin is front and center. Will that trend continue? We have that and much, much more in today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Big Rob back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're the entertainment-focused crypto channel where, unlike other boring YouTube channels, we take all of that stale information and repackage it up in a fun and sexy way. Bitcoin is on the precipice. We are back to 90,000. Will we hit 100,000 by the end of the week? Michael Saylor says we'll hit 100,000 by the end of the year.
Well, if Saylor says it, then definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, my man is the cheerleader of Bitcoin. The mascot.
I would say mascot. Cheerleader's a little demeaning, you know?
Demeaning?
Unless he identifies as a cheerleader, which I don't think he does.
No, I don't believe so. That's above his pay grade, as he loves to say.
I see a lot of otters in the chat. People excited, Alex. Love Alex. He's going to be joining us in a little bit here. I think we asked him for like 4 or 5 charts, so it's going to be awesome. But first, before we bring him on, the title of today's show is Legacy Cryptocurrencies Make a Comeback. And what do I mean by that? Well, let me share this post here from Sean. President Trump wants to eliminate all capital gains taxes on cryptocurrencies issued by United States companies. This would ultimately make all profits Americans make on holding crypto assets such as Cardano, Algorand, XRP, Hedera fully tax-free, as their creators are U.S. companies. More to say, their foundations are domiciled here in the United States. The source claims that the legislation requires the companies to have been registered as entities in the country before having issued the crypto assets. Yet there will be a path to relocate businesses with existing crypto assets on the market to the United States. This strategy is part of the broader goal of the Trump administration to make America the crypto capital of the world. And the source here is from the Trump transition team. We talk about this essentially all the time, right? Old coins, right? The old narratives that people call them the dinosaur coins, right? Or the new shiny coins, the Suis, the Caspas, the Aptos. Does this shift the pendulum in favor of the legacy coins if this actually happens?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is just so bullish. I don't think that mainstream media has really understood what this means. There are thousands of multi-million, even some billion-dollar valuated crypto projects out there, and to have that money located or have that business located here in the United States, and well, first of all, I mean, it's going to create jobs, right? I mean, for every company that's abroad, that, you know, all the developers and all of the marketing and the PR, you know, these are large companies. Don't fool yourself. Sure, these new meme coins that come out, maybe it's created by a handful of developers. But realistically, when we talk about these altcoins and we go down the list, these are major companies. I mean, look at Cardano. I think they employ hundreds of people. Maybe they're over thousands of people at this point. I'm not exactly sure on the numbers, but there's that sticking point. But also, I mean, it's just gonna drive crypto to the U.S., right? We're gonna start seeing the largest conventions are was it Token 2049?
Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore. The one in Singapore. And
Solana one was in Dubai, or no, also Singapore.
Yeah. So I think that we're gonna get a shift on business here in the U.S. and I think this is gonna be the meeting point, the mecca, the hub, right? Where people decide to to make handshakes, make deals, sign contracts. We'll be here in the United States. And so I'm just very, very bullish on this outlook. And then we also got the Bitcoin conference coming here to Las Vegas, our home city, home base, which, by the way,
we're going to party, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be sick.
If you are, everybody here is a fan of crypto, obviously, if you're watching the show. And so why not have an excuse to come out to Las Vegas, hang out with us? We're going to throw a big party. Ashley's handing out cocktails.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hi.
What's happening?
What's that?
Oh, there was traffic.
That's
Sorry.
traffic. Oh, yeah. People don't know the Las Vegas mascot is the traffic cone. So
Yeah. That's the tree, right?
You know, like when you do a home project, do you like if you got like the bathroom, the kitchen, the outside, the patio, do you do them all? Do you wreck them all at the same time? And then like one day I'll work on this one, the other day I'll work on this one, and then spend 6 months trying to do them all 4 at the same time? Or do you tackle one and then go on to the next one? I'm going off on a tangent here, but it's very annoying here driving on Las Vegas with all the traffic cones. Anyways,
but if you want to come join us in the traffic, we have a discount code in the description of Bitcoin Conference. You get 10% off. It helps support the channel, and you can come hang out with us. And for all the people that use our code, we're definitely going to connect with you. We'll have I think we're going to rent a mansion, and so it'll be fun, a big party. So come hang out with us. But anyways, a lot of innovation is going to happen here in the U.S., and I think that a lot of that money is going to pour into exchanges, U.S.-based exchanges, right? I mean, think about it. If everyone has no capital gains, if there's no threat of enforcement action by the SEC to companies, I think that this sector is going to grow by 10, 20, 30, 50, 100-fold in the United States alone. And
do you understand? Right. Well, what do wealthy people do? Right. The saying of it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. Part of that is taxes. Right. This whole thing of, well, I got to sell here to make sure I don't pay more taxes here. Then I got to drop under a certain limit to not raise my capital gains. If investors in the United States are able to invest in an asset class that is volatile, which is a feature, that has staying power, that has regulatory clarity, that's got a and I'm going to pull this up. I posted this yesterday. I don't think people understand where we're headed with the bullishness of crypto. I mean, not only do we have crypto infiltrating the presidency, but the vice presidency, with J.D. Vance holding between $250,000 and $500,000 worth of Bitcoin. The Department of Defense, if he gets nominated, right? Hegseth, he's a big crypto guy. Attorney General Matt Gaetz also owns crypto and has voted for pro-crypto legislation. Department of Government Efficiency with Elon and Vivek, and the Department of Health and Human Services with RFK potentially taking the lead there. You have that, and I can tell you, you can make, on average, 120% a year over the last 10 years on Bitcoin. Oh, and by the way, $0 in taxes. The amount of money that will flow into this asset class is going to be astronomical. If something like this passes, this is not something you want to sleep on. These are nuances that might not mean a lot to the average person, but to the millionaires, the decamillionaires, the centimillionaires, the billionaires, this is everything, reducing your tax liability.
One other nuance to mention, I think that easily gets overlooked. You get higher capital gains taxes on any profit you take within a 12-month time window.
Correct, yeah.
And you get incentivized to take your capital gains after a year. And going into a bull market, I mean, imagine a scenario where, hey, well, not only is there no taxes, but now you can get in and out of crypto or, trade or whatever it is, in the very short term, and not even have to worry about the incurred cost of capital gains being that much higher in a shorter window than a longer window. I think that's pretty bullish too, especially with the bull market coming around. We want people to buy and sell crypto this bull market in the calendar year of 2025, and I think that's around the corner too. So very excited about that.
With that being said, we have Alex O joining us. We're going to ask him, Alex, we need to see your face before we bring you on here, my friend. I see backstage. He's got the Las Vegas mascot pulled up. But Alex, I don't know, have you ever been to Vegas? And is the Bitcoin conference going to motivate you to make a trip out here?
I'm coming, man.
You're coming?
I've already booked my ticket. I've already booked the an Airbnb with the family. We're bringing the kid and everything. So
I do.
I'm really looking forward to coming out and meeting you guys and hanging out with all you guys.
We're excited. We're excited to hang out with you. There's a lot of good play places. You know, I like to give up Robin's home on his behalf. I'm going to give up my wife's babysitting services on her behalf. That if you need a babysitter for the child, my wife will gladly do the honors. All jokes aside, Alex, I know you already have the chart pulled up. You're ready to go, man. You're ready to go. Which chart is this one? Are we starting with BTC?
This is Bitcoin. Yeah, man. Perfect. Looking at Bitcoin, I thought I'd pull up a pine cone for. I mean, we're the same in Toronto. It's the same thing with traffic. I mean, right now, consolidation's good. We're seeing a lot of ramping up on the altcoins. So with Bitcoin, really just trying to keep it simple. I mean, I've been paying a lot of attention to MATIC, who I know you guys have on here, and I'm part of his Discord. And, you know, just keeping it simple. I've set alarms for this weekend.
What time frame are you on, by the way, Alex?
So right now we're on the 1 hour time frame. Like you get out into like a 4 hour or daily, and you're getting a little bit ridiculous here, right? So I mean, it's ramping up here. We're all well aware that, you know, we've broken the all-time highs and we continue to push. But for me right now, people want to see either some sort of decision made within Bitcoin here. So for me right now, I'm just simply looking at it. If we lose 85, then we can come lower, but this consolidation is really up only. So what I've noticed with price action, and we've been able to really take advantage of this, is it's one volatile, which is absolutely insane. Like you're getting 3% pullbacks, right? So this is stopping out short-term time traders like myself. And in my opinion, preparing for another move, trying to get up to that 95 to 97,000 maybe. And maybe we get something like that over the weekend. But I'm keeping it simple and just really setting alerts high and low here. I'm not really trying to trade the middle of the range if we're looking at this. And just waiting for a decision to be made. Right now, we're in sort of a downtrend, right, within this, which is bullish in my opinion. So either we're looking for two options on Bitcoin, which is like a breakout continuation, or in the opposite, we're coming for like a liquidity sweep down within here, which would be healthy in my opinion, right around 85 if we come for some of these lows in here, and then we're looking to continue. I'm very bullish right now, but I'm also, you know, really trying to make sure that I'm practicing good risk management with all my trades. We did take a nice swing trade all the way up here, but I have since taken some profits along the way. So I think that's kind of what I'm looking at on Bitcoin.
That's important that you mentioned that too, Alex, is don't forget, right? Have a game plan. Don't be afraid and forget to take profits. You know, one thing I noticed, Alex, we get pumps into the weekends, right? And these pullbacks, the pullbacks that we're seeing low volatility or low volume on pullbacks, but high volume on the rise up, which I think is obviously, you know, something to know, but also very important. A lot of people, and I can't believe people are having this conversation. Oh my God, it was at the top. No, it was not the top. If you think that was the top, right? You're crazy. You're high. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing those large corrections, or at least large volume behind the corrections. And then we're seeing, like, are you seeing the same trend as far as weekend pumps? Could we see another weekend pump take us to that 93, maybe 95K level, as essentially the rest of the markets are closed and Bitcoin is really the only market open for the most part?
Absolutely. I love that idea. And like just looking at the chart here, you can see David's absolutely correct. I mean, I do always monitor volume because it does show you where really price is trying to go. And you can see every pullback down in here, volume is decreasing, and then you're getting these big, huge sporadic pushes up, right? So even if we simply look at back testing here into Sunday evening, where you typically get lots of volatility because you get your weekly candle close, and this thing absolutely started to break out, retested once, and it was absolutely gone to the races. And one thing I thought of is that you guys see this, and we all see this over the weekend. We got all excited. We're starting to make an uptrend, but Wall Street can't really participate in here. And then they have to participate, and they get the FOMO on Monday where they get to participate. And then we get this massive, massive push. So, you know, maybe this weekend, if we start to push up, we can create some FOMO within Wall Street, and then Monday we get that absolute ripper. So that would be interesting as well. But you're totally correct with the volume. You can see the push up coming in here, and then a quick sweep. So we're looking for a continuation, and that's absolutely right.
Awesome. Man, Alex, I'm looking at CMC right now, and XRP is 15% on the day, 61% on the week, almost 90 cents. You know, Rocco will be happy to hear this. I'm making a video today on XRP, and the title of the video is going to be "I was wrong about XRP." And,
I was wrong too, man.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to wait and watch the video. We're gonna put it out later today. But what are you seeing on the XRP chart? I think a lot of people with XRP have PTSD, and rightfully so, right? 4 years of nothing
Absolutely.
but down or sideways. We had that breakout to 90 cents after the judgment ruling, came back down. Does this look like a rally that's going to sustain to you?
Yes. So for me, I've always said, you know, everybody's joke is the XRP is a stable coin. And for me, only being in here for like, this is my first bull run. I started in the bear market coming down. So for me, understanding that, hey, we got that win in the courts like you talked about here, and that psychological $1 held up. So that's kind of where my line is in the sand. Since we came back down, you know, I said, I'm not even looking at XRP unless it gets above 65 cents. And that continued to hold true all the way through here until now. So I was wrong as well about XRP. We have the psychological $1 in our way. And if you are looking to take advantage of this, it's very simple. The way I trade on any sort of aggressive uptrend, and this is going to be valuable for any sort of bull run or token you're looking to get into, is you're looking to retest previous highs. Okay, so I would look for this thing to hold here and then continue to bounce, and that psychological $1 is it's very close. It's actually quite surprising. We're only about 10% off of that. So any sort of retrace back in here is just looking for a continuation on XRP, and it does look extremely bullish. So congratulations to all of you X Army holders.
XRP,
I do not hold
I don't know.
XRP. Yeah,
They're in the profit now, so they're feeling real good.
absolutely.
Another one, Alex, that's really kind of taken the crypto world by storm, even prior to everything else starting to run up, was Sui. And, you know, Sui's got a lot of narratives going for it. It's got kind of a gaming narrative with their handheld gaming device. It's got the new project narrative. It's got Robin going by the camera narrative. So what does the Sui chart look like to you? And maybe for someone who's like, okay, fine, you know, I want to get an exposure to Sui. Is there any key levels you're looking at where it would be a no-brainer? And of course, none of this is financial advice, but would be a no-brainer to maybe add or open a new position on Sui?
Absolutely. No, I actually rotated, and you're going to probably laugh here, but I rotated my ADA bags, okay, because I bought ADA at 22 cents in the bear market on the FTX dump. I rotated my ADA bags into Sui at $1.60, okay? So I'm up on both. It was okay, but ADA, obviously, we'll look at, I think we're going to look at ADA next, but they've both done 120%-ish, right? So it's the same thing, but my key levels for Sui right now as we go up, and this is pretty easy to trade. We have in my Discord taken advantage of this. So I'd be looking for this, first and foremost, this trend line to hold. Very simple, looking for it to come up here. But 285, you can see you have multiple touches within this area here. So that would be a definite buy. I am looking to take profits. It's funny, you guys were talking about taxes, and like in Canada, I'm in the same boat. Like I want to realize taxes for this year. So I'm taking profits on like a lot of things like ETH and stuff where I have bigger bags and rotating them into some more degenerate coins. So this is one thing I am looking to rotate into, and 285, 250, I think are very good levels for support and continuation for Sui. That's something I'm definitely looking to do.
Yeah, you know, for me, when Sui ran up to that $2.20 level, I told people, I was like, look, I bought some Sui at around $1.70 to $1. And I was looking to add more, but only under $1.80. And it got there, $1.76, I believe. So this thing runs, and, you know, people are like, hey, I still think it's got more upside. So just important to see some levels that you know, people should definitely look out for. You rotated out of Cardano, huh? Ballsy there.
I did. So like I bought on the FTX dump down at 25 cents. I don't forget, I've never experienced a bull run. So for me, this was a great learning curve,
dude,
where
shout out to you, man.
I round tripped this, right? Like I bought the fear on FTX, and then round tripped this all the way back down. I sold right around here, right? But for me, it was a rotation first and foremost. It was for tax purposes, so I was realizing, a 50% gain on quite a big bag of ADA, and obviously ADA's gone up 97%. So I'm literally 10% up on my SUI bags in comparison to what ADA's done. So tip for tat kind of deal, and I do believe ADA is a more safe play than SUI, but as we continue to push here, we're getting up into this above 60 cents for ADA is showing a lot of strength in my opinion. So I think anybody who watches ADA knows that ADA's a lurker. It's like one of those people who hasn't, smashed the like button or said hello or hola in the chat, those people. It's one of these that like, I'll chop, and then bang, it goes, right? And it clearly did that. And you can see that in its price action from before. So you'll see other things move, but when the rotation happens in ADA, you jump on the, I'm not going to say it, you jump on the train and you make lots of money. Okay. So looking for this thing to continue up. 80 cents is kind of my target for matching the previous highs coming up into here, and then getting above 8. Once you're above 80 cents, then you're looking to get back into those kind of bull market levels between 80 cents and $1, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah. To be clear, I'm bullish on both. So yeah, but I definitely think people should have ADA and SUI. And then Oh, you kind of did already go over the ADA chart, huh? I was going to ask you to do ADA.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone that you kind of have your eye on, or anything you're excited about, or any maybe trade setups, any alpha you want to give?
I'm for the squirrel right now. I'm in a little couple of degen trades. Peanut, I'm looking at Peanut for continuation. I'm thinking Peanut can get to $5. This is a very degenerate, very risky trade that I am looking at.
Ooh,
I think
Shiba
Shiba
on that thing,
is right, crazy, right? It's moving. I think Alex Becker just announced he bought a huge bag of it as well. And then if you guys, because of tonight, if you guys want to go down the degen, I pulled this up for you.
Oh my God.
There is the Savage. Okay. And this was making me laugh so hard. And this is why we love crypto, man. This is obviously on Deck Screener, but
we are such degenerates in this space, man. It's crazy. And that's, of course, if you're not sure what the hell he's talking, this is Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. The fight's tonight on Netflix at 5 Pacific.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the
you're gonna buy some Savage.
That's the I'm not gonna participate in Savage. I'll watch the fight though, man.
Fair enough. Alex, man, thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you joining us. Tell people where they can find you if they want more Alex O Crypto.
Yeah, I mean, I go live every morning, so you can come and hang out there. And then in my Discord, that's where the true value is. So I'd love to see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I appreciate you guys. Awesome, have a great weekend, eh?
Thank you. You too, man. And we'll look forward to partying with you in Vegas, man.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
How old's the baby again?
I'm gonna have the baby on the front and all that.
You read my mind, bro.
That'll be fun.
Just like the Hangover, like Carlos. Put some aviators on the dude and let's go.
That's the one, man. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome,
man.
brother. Same here. Thank you so much, Alex. Talk to you later.
No problem. Take care.
Take care. All right. Before we move forward, I want to give a big thank you to today's channel sponsor. Today's show is brought to you by Cam's Blue Wire Technology. If you run a business and you want to maximize your networking, IT, and your cyber security, which is even more important now than it's ever been, Cam's Blue Wire Tech is the gold standard. Absolutely amazing customer service. To be quite honest with you, this entire setup we have here would not be possible without Cam's. So if you want the same for your business, visit bluewiretech.com, or there's a link in the description of this video. What do you think about Alex getting rid of Cardano and into SUI?
Not a move I would make, but I mean, why not, man? You know what? It's very trendy. The community has spoken. Right now, who's got a hotter community? I would say SUI is, right? I do think that SUI's just, caught its stride. It came out the gates with a really nice head start as far as this bull market. But I know the potential for Cardano. I know what that community looks like when you get positive price action, bullish news. And for me, I can't dismiss Charles Hoskinson being on some committee board or in the regulatory landscape for U.S. regulation when it comes to crypto. Obviously, it's going to bode well for Cardano, right? Legislation is going to be pro Cardano or pro staking or pro U.S. based companies, and so very bullish on Cardano. I can't stress that enough. And we got a Cardano video coming out today as well. So 2 videos today, XRP and Cardano. So
Oh, and then if you're an ICP fan, I sat down with Kyle this morning, Kyle Langham from Definity, and that video comes out tomorrow. A lot of good alpha in there. So we're bumping up the content. So if you want to stay up to date on everything crypto and you know how to make money in this market cycle, you definitely want to be subscribed.
Did want to give a little love to the chat, though. If you are new here, say hello. We'd love to give you a little recognition. We have the Smith, Juan, Yoda, Scott, Nick Otter, Damian, Eric C, Sugar Lump, Wyatt, Brat, Extreme Ripple, Infinite Speed, SPL, John Woods, Taco Pro, Russell Tate, Bob Knees, Mop, Luke. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, what up, Dwarf D? There you go. ¿Qué pasa? What you laughing at?
His name.
Yeah.
Triple D's.
Triple
Man.
D's. There we go.
Okay. I mentioned history was made. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF becomes the fastest ETF in history to hit $40 billion in AUM. It took BlackRock 211 days to hit the $40 billion threshold. By comparison, the second fastest, Robin, took 1,253 days to hit the same number. I mean, what does this tell you about Bitcoin and our industry, man? What this is
It's just a preview of what's to come, too. Yeah, when Trump gets into office and he starts coming out in press conferences talking about crypto, Bitcoin, he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
He's talked about crypto. He's talked about Bitcoin mining. He's talked about firing Gary Gensler at his conferences.
Gensler.
But he has not talked about it in one of his press releases. I'm expecting him to do one for Mar-a-Lago. What do you think?
Probably, yeah. He does everything for Mar-a-Lago.
Bro, when he does that with the little American flags hanging back there, not mahogany wood behind him, bro, the markets are going to explode.
Mahogany wood, huh?
That's right. That's sweet, sweet mahogany.
Mahogany. Also, investment banking giant Gary Gensler's former employer, Goldman Sachs, bets big on Bitcoin, holds $710 million in the spot ETF products. We shared news yesterday. Pennsylvania, they're looking to put 10% of their pension portfolio into the Bitcoin ETF. That's one state. We have a state called California that if you put it on a global scale, they're like top 10 in economies, right? Countries. What happens if they decide to put some money into the Bitcoin ETF?
You think they would? I don't think they would.
I mean, Gavin Newsom's pretty dumb.
Dystopian, post-apocalyptic.
They'll probably make up some dumb stuff about, oh, well, it's bad for the environment.
I think so.
You think so?
I don't even think that's I know you're saying it kind of comedically, but I think that's pretty spot on. I think they will use
You think so?
the green narrative that Bitcoin uses too much energy.
It's nice we haven't really heard that, you know? We haven't really heard that narrative a lot
We
lately.
haven't heard it at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah. Finally.
Thank God.
Morons. Man, big piece of news. Look at this. Looky, chocolate chip cookie. It is official. The Bitcoin Act has officially been introduced into U.S. Congress for a vote.
Ooh.
Proposes buying 1 million BTC over a course of 5 years with a stipulation of, hey, we won't sell for a minimum of 20 years.
When does this go up for a vote? Do you have to wait for, what is it, the speaker? I forget the process.
So the speaker decides what they vote on, okay? Now, I'm not a political scientist, scientific expert here, but from my understanding, if it's been introduced to U.S. Congress for a vote, I'm pretty I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, maybe someone wants to fact check me on this,
I'm
but
looking it up right now.
I think. Okay, so here you go. Right, here's the tracker. It sounds like it's already going to get it got approved to get voted on, because here it has introduced, passed Senate, passed House, to President, become law, and so we're at the introduced stage. So it sounds like it made it onto the floor. I mean, which is pretty big. I mean, I don't know, but you have it here. It's introduced into U.S. Congress for a vote. Now, there's a whole process of they go back and forth. We'll change this, change that. Then they send it to the Senate, and the Senate can say, well, we need to change this, and they'll send it back to the House. So it's just kind of a ping pong back and forth until eventually they agree and they pass it, and then the president signs it into law. But as far as timeline, will this happen before Trump gets in office? I don't think so. I think it's going to take longer. We're going into the holiday season, right? With Christmas, Thanksgiving, they take their breaks. New Year coming up in obviously in January. So how long could this thing take? I think it could take maybe 6 to 12 months, depending on how fast they decide to go. Plus, we haven't had the pro-crypto senators or congressmen and women that have taken their seats yet. In Congress. And so I think this thing could take a little bit more time, but hey, it got introduced for a vote. Did you find anything on there, by the way?
Yeah, let me see what I got here. So the legislative process and timeline, the bill must undergo several steps before becoming a law. Committee consideration. So you have the Senate Banking Committee will review the bill, potentially hold hearings and making amendments. So Senate Banking Committee is the one that has to they're going to hold hearings and make amendments. So as the bill stands now, what will change, what wording will change, maybe the numbers will change, timeline, maybe it won't be 5 years, maybe it'll be 8, maybe it'll be less, maybe it'll be a different amount.
Did you mention the Senate Banking?
Yeah, the Senate Banking Committee will review the bill.
You know who's the chair of the Senate Banking Committee?
Does Mr. Bowtie?
No. Elizabeth Warren.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He's chair of the House. She's chair of the Senate Banking Committee.
So if approved, the bill proceeds to full Senate for debate and voting. So yeah, it has to go through the committee first. So,
yay, Elizabeth Warren. Someone said you don't think it's going to pass. I do think it's going to pass. I do think it's going to pass. In what form? What will have changed? That question I don't have the answer to. With that being said, Rob, let's take a look at the markets and talk about some of our favorite altcoins.
All right. So we are above $90,000 on Bitcoin. Started the show at 89,000. So could this be the big breakout? Could we end the weekend above 90K? I said before earlier this week that I think the big differentiating factor for the direction of Bitcoin comes up to this weekend. If we are above 90K, I think that we hold this as support and we start to build on it and get closer to that beautiful, beautiful number, the greatest number you've ever seen, $100,000 Bitcoin. And so,
oh shit, we're at 90.
Yeah, back up to 90. So taking a look at the altcoins, see what's up. Flare up 52%. We know that there is a strong correlation between Flare and XRP. Flare does have smart contracts built on top of, or smart contracts.
Songbird is big on Flare.
Yeah, so they have smart contracts available on Flare, but on XRP, but they also have smart contracts on other platforms too, not just XRP. A lot of people assume that Flare is a side chain of sort for XRP. It's a lot more than that. Won't go into too much detail, but we do know that when XRP does move, so does Flare. Also, Algorand up 20%. And so that's surprising to see. We haven't heard much from Algorand as far as price accumulation or community or headline news lately. We know that they were a common name that was thrown around last bull market. We saw the price of Algorand make people millions of dollars, right? A lot of money was made off Algorand last bull market. And could we see it break back into the top 50? I think so. How do you feel about Algorand back in the top 50, currently sitting at number 64 in the market cap list? Are you a buyer of Algorand at its current price? It is up 40% on the week, up 20% on the day.
No,
you still fading Algorand?
Yeah,
it doesn't have the community.
I might be wrong, but
It doesn't have the community just back to where it was. It doesn't have the strength of the community it had last bull market. But I mean, I can see it get back to that point.
Would you rather bet on Algorand or Hedera?
Hedera.
Yeah.
I think the ETF narrative and the big corporate partnerships that they have, I think is pretty massive. Also, Cardano does not slow down. I know we did the chart. I won't go too far into detail, but up 20%. Getting closer to that 70-cent Cardano. I mean, remember, it was only at 32 cents briefly. It was only at 32 cents just a few weeks ago. So good to see Cardano making such headwind. And I think it's going to keep moving. And then also, as we mentioned, XRP up 12%. XRP is up 61% this week. My God. All right. So approaching 90 cents. We did cross 90 cents earlier today, but then got rejected, came back down. Will we get to that pivotal $1 XRP? It has been a long time since we saw $1 XRP. You got to go all the way back to August of 2021 was when we were at over $1. So for the XRP holders that have been waiting, the time is now. It is around the corner, and we are right there on the precipice. Also, the meme coins are still making moves today. Brett, Mog, and Bonk all up over 10%. Bonk is up 90% on the week. Now, not surprised. We've seen Pepe absolutely explode. Other meme coins coming in the fray. And for losers today, or ones that are down, nothing's really down on the week, but we do have a little pullback on Caspa, down 9%. You think it's a good entry point on Caspa, down 9%? Still up 20% on the week, 13 cents. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm bullish on Caspa.
Yeah. Also, Dogecoin down 5%, but still up 88% on the week.
You know, I was looking at an ICP chart, and ICP has been in kind of this symmetrical triangle really since July, just bouncing upper end, lower end. It looks like it's kind of built some support right at that midline where we had really from the 3rd of October to the 29th of October. So 26 days, almost 4 weeks of really just consolidation. We came back, tapped the bottom end of this triangle here at around $7 and shot up to $9.50. Once this thing breaks out, which of course symmetrical triangles, right? It could break up, it could break down. It just depends on where the markets are. Chances are, for me, the probabilities say it's going to break to the upside, unless we get some sort of bad news or I don't even know what that looks like. But I mean, then you're looking at a $12 ICP, like just right off the bat, looking at well, what have prices done in this area? If we throw on our price action concepts here for ICP, and I zoom out to the weekly, yeah, we'd be entering, once you do get up to that $12, $13, this has been a zone where we've seen close to 3-to-1 buy versus selling happening between this, we'll call it between $11 and $12.60. And so if ICP can clear that, we're going to cycle highs, which have been $20. And then how high can it go? Who knows? The thing with the ICP chart and with the ICP ICO was it was completely manipulated and what was the name of Sam Bankman? Alameda Research. I mean, this is just, I mean, if you zoom out, this is a very, very ugly chart. But for the people that are new here, something bad happened here, right? It was highly manipulated by Sam Bankman-Fried and by Alameda Research. And so that probably wasn't the real top of what it would have been if it wouldn't have gone through what it went through. But still, super bullish. Even on the weekly, we're seeing the symmetrical triangle. So this thing breaks to the upside. Some of the longer term targets you're looking at is this, again, $12.60. And then there's really nothing until we get to around $20, right? $13, a lot of volume coming in here. You see flat volume all the way up to 20. And so ICP is one where you want to have a longer term time horizon. And so, yeah.
Also, Kay in the chat said, where's it at? He said, thanks, Rob, for the call on Moodang the other day. I sold my least favorite child to get in on it and is doing great. Taking a look at the Mudang chart, you have currently at 60 cents. About a week ago when I was talking, or earlier this week when I was talking about it, it was at 30 cents. So a nice 2x from where we called it earlier this week. I know, David, you had a meme coin that you also were talking about that's doing pretty well as well, right? Was it Hash or which one was it?
There's so many.
Banana?
No, definitely not.
Banana. How's that banana coin doing?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
My biggest hit so far has been Peanut. And I'm not joking. I am debating on adding more. I think that thing can get to 10 billion market cap. I call me crazy. I mean, I think it can, but who knows? Now the other one, I saw someone the raccoon, right? Fred. That's a little more risky. I could see that one getting to $1 billion, but there's definitely a lot more risk. I'd rather take the risk of Peanut going from 1.5 to 10 than from Fred going to 120 mil to around $1 billion. We know Peanut's got the narrative. There's a few, I want to call it Peanut derivatives. But to make money in meme coins, you really need to pay attention, have a strategy, not get too greedy, not get in your emotions when this thing starts going and think it'll go up all the way. So if you can do that, you can make a lot of money on meme coins, which is what I'm going to be focusing on for our Patreon that we're launching very soon. And so if you're looking to make some of that meme coin money and really expand on your gains for this market and really change your life, man, crypto can change your life. Change my life, change his life. I'm pretty sure it's changed Rocco's life for the better. And so if you want the same, we're going to be going through it this cycle, and we'd love for you to join us as well.
Got a nice healthy move from Bitcoin up to 90,700 and up from 89,000. So I just pulled back a little bit, but yeah, I just saw it at 90,700. So big short-term move. Yeah, I'm really excited. Do you think we hit 91,000 by the end of the show? Oh, no, we only got 10 minutes. So where do you guys think
Bitcoin can definitely move 410 minutes.
I want to ask the chat here. Chat, do you think that Bitcoin will hit 100,000 by Monday? I know that's a big move.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Yes. Do you think that you get $100,000 Bitcoin by Monday? Do you think it does, David? For the chat, put a 1 if you think yes, 100,000. If we get a big move, put a 2 in the chat if we don't quite get that parabolic of a move.
So a move, let's say from 90 to 100K.
Are you 1 or 2?
Hold on. I'm going to do the math in my head real quick. So 90 to 100K.
I want everybody to participate.
That's $10,000. That's what, 9%? A 9% move?
Yeah, 9%.
Right? Oh, that's not right.
It's a big psychological number. So I'm sure there's a lot of sell orders there.
It's about a 10% move.
There's a lot. There's got to be an insane amount of sell orders at the 100K mark.
I want to say no.
No?
I want to say no.
You're 2.
A 10% candle, that's pretty big. Look at last Sunday, right? This past Sunday, we saw a 5% candle, right? 4.8. The Sunday before that, it was actually a down day where we saw Bitcoin retrace around 0.89%. But we've seen volume coming in on the weekends. You take a look at that 5% move, we saw volume. That's when volume really started to spike up. And so, but I do think we're going to see a bullish, and we'll give our predictions here in a second, but I think we're going to see a bullish weekend. I think Bitcoin gets back to that 93 to 95K level. I do. And then Monday coming in, the markets open back up. What kind of inflows will we see with BTC? So 1 is no?
1 is yes, 2 is no.
I'm a 2.
No.
Yeah.
I think this weekend we shocked the markets.
Really?
I think we hit 100K and then come right back down to 96 or something.
So what's your price prediction for Bitcoin for Monday?
For Monday, going into Monday, I would say Monday when we start the show, 96.2. And then but I do think we briefly have this parabolic run up.
Why are you looking at him like that?
Continue.
Okay. She was judging you.
I was not.
You gave him a dirty ass look.
What do you think? Where do you think the price of Bitcoin is going to be at Monday?
93.
93?
93, 2.
2.
5, 1.
Too many numbers. 93, 2. You're at 96.6?
96.2.
96.2. Rocco, where are you at? 500,000?
105.
105.
There you go.
I'm at I'll go 94.5. I'll go 94.5. That's my price prediction. Throw your price prediction. Where do you think Bitcoin will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday when we start the new week here at Sin City Crypto? Also, we have an XRP video today. We have a Cardano video today. Tomorrow, you're going to get an ICP video. You're probably going to get another video tomorrow. We have a lot going on. We've also partnered with a new trading exchange. Well, they're not new, but they're non-KYC, fully operational here in the U.S. You don't have to worry about doing a VPNs or anything like that. They're also doing some really cool stuff for the community. We'll have more info on that because we're going to ramp up our trading here. And so, again, there's so many different ways to make money in this market. We're going to try to tackle the most lucrative ones to bring you the most ROI on your decisions and on your investment.
Speaking of ROI, return on investment for playing video games.
Cool.
Yeah. So take a look at this. So Off the Grid, we obviously know Avalanche-based game, or at least their marketplace is handing out $3,000 a day to their top players. So basically, if you're on the leaderboards every day, you're going to get a $3,000 payout. Also,
how many people are there?
$600,000 prize for streamer competition. So they're going to have kind of like a streamer tournament. So Off the Grid, if you don't know about this game, it's on all the platforms. Xbox, it's on PlayStation. Also, where you're obviously for your computer.
Is it on Sega Genesis?
I'll check back on that one. So mainstream adoption, we've seen all the big streamers playing it, Ninja, Dr. Disrespect, the list goes on and on, Tim the Tatman. So all the biggest gamers are playing it. Some of them are just playing it just because it's a fun game. Some are playing it because they're sponsored. But regardless, the big names are bringing awareness to the game.
Amazing. In our almanac, we actually have an entire segment on blockchain gaming. So, sorry. With that being said, one more thank you to our sponsor today, CAMS Blue Wire Technology. If you want to learn more how CAMS can help your business scale and grow, visit bluewiretech.com. Guys, if you're not following us on X, go follow us on X at Sin City Crypto 1. That is our social media platform we're most active on. We'll post updates, giveaways, videos, everything you need to know about Sin City Crypto. So with that being said,
Hold on.
Okay.
We also have, after the show, we're going to go live on Bold Broadcasting. So we encourage you to go. First of all, this is the landing page if you haven't seen it before. This is not crypto related, so this is not a crypto channel, but you get to see all of your favorite hosts here discussing more of politics and trending news. And so if you want to continue our dialogue outside of crypto, come join us. We'll be live in about 20 minutes. A lot of fun for this show as well. I'll drop a link to the channel.
And also, Ashley's a lot more talkative on Bold Broadcasting. As well. He's got a lot more to say, especially when we're talking about, what is that, the Menendez brothers?
Love them.
Anyways, with that being said, Rocco! Is that Chase? That was Rocco? Okay, I was going to say, Chase is just fun. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you had an amazing week. We are about to make a shitload of money. Stay with us. We'll help you do it. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Crypto, everybody know what we here for. Entertainment and info, gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in, for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David, I split the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners, special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya, to the moon and to the solar. Won't don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.